Welcome back, everybody. So, uh, let's see. I guess we're just gonna get right back into trying to. We haven't even found this hall. I mean, we're like trying to get into or I'm trying to get into the library. Uh, and
Yeah, I'm tagging
sneak-
along. I'm not
Okay.
staying out in the waiting room by myself.
Okay.
That'd just be weird.
Well, we can't
I
have that.
mean, you are weird.
Fair. Not that kind of weird. Even I have standards.
I don't.
That is also true. So, yeah, skulking into the library with our
Okay.
butler friend.
So yeah, you guys walk into the library. This library is multiple stories tall. There are like reading desk areas in the middle, and day or night, it's always brightly lit. There are no open flames. It's all electroplasm, electric lights. Some hanging from the ceiling, some like on desk lamps at the various reading tables. There are tall bookshelves stretching up, like I said, 2 stories. There's a balcony that goes around, but below the balcony and going up to the second story, there are like the ladders on sliding rungs that you can see.
We should take this building.
We'll take this city in time.
Take the whole thing. And
Everything.
You can see,
Bring it back with us.
you can see there's like this is like a main room, and then there's like hallways branching out of it in different directions. And down those hallways you can see more books, but it's not as well lit. In fact, there's no lights coming down those hallways once the extent of the light from the main chamber like goes like 5, maybe 10 feet down the hall, and then it's just pitch blackness. And you can hear the sounds of hulls moving around in that darkness. Like it's not loud, it's not like bong bong bong. It's more like whir click kind of noises. And yeah, what do you do now that you're here? The butler like gestures to a table and says, I can fetch you any book you're looking for. You said it was on," and he like hesitates for a second because you said what it was about earlier, but he already forgot.
Okay. And yeah, I will go back into what I was saying, but I'll make it even more technical, and just try and sort of mystify him enough so that he's to get him to be okay with me, either coming along to peruse the shelves or just letting me peruse the shelves.
All right, that sounds like a sway.
Okay. Let me see. I think that this is something that I care enough to put effort into. So so while trying to talk over his head, I'll also be like very chummy about it, and explain exactly what I'm saying in a way that it doesn't make any more sense. But anyway, I'm using what's it? Rook's Gambit to be, to sort of invite him in on the excitement of looking through these books, and he could be a part of it. It's we'll do this together as friends.
That's not creepy at all.
Is this risky or controlled?
So I think it's going to be I think it's going to be risky.
Okay.
And standard effect is going to be that he's going to go with you around to look for the books. And great effect would be that you manage to get him to just trust you alone in the library.
Okay.
And so you're going to be starting at standard effect, but if you manage to get yourself a crit, that will be what you get.
Okay. I don't suppose, Dandelion, you'd like to help out a bit?
Yeah, I can try to help in some fashion. Wait. So see, you're basically just trying to get him to more or less peruse at free will.
Yeah.
Yes.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, so I think I'd be more than willing to help with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bam. That was good. How good is it?
Not a crit.
Good enough. Well, you succeed without any consequences. He's willing to walk around with you to, and let you have more or less free reign of the library, as long as he's there.
Okay. So, I think given that, I mean, I will, and as long as he seems to be okay with it, and maybe I'll do something if he's not. In addition to looking at sort of that something pretty much related to what I was originally talking about, I'm going to try and look through for anything that might be useful in commanding these the hulls that I can hear nearby. We've got to get our hands on that as well.
What's that to me?
So you're gonna say that out loud to
No, nothing of the sort. I'm just, I'm just looking to study a bit here.
Okay,
The only trickery at this point is that I'm looking, or I'm hoping to look at things that if this person is really up on the contents of the library, might think, oh, maybe he shouldn't be looking at that.
So we have a fine occult library at our place. Like, what's the difference in awesomeness between ours and theirs? Like, is ours just a room with some nice books, but it's just a room, or what is it like, Elsa?
what your library is like?
Mm-hmm.
In
How much do we
comparison.
want this one instead of our own?
So, I mean, it's the difference between, you guys have a fine occult library,
Mm-hmm.
but it's fine for a tier 1 gang. So, it's maybe a couple hundred books. They're all specifically about occult things, although half of them might be like fairy tales as opposed to actually useful. Versus this is a fine occult library of a tier 3 gang. So
we gotta take this place over.
Definitely multiple times the size. Like it's like 400% bigger, thousands of books. More of them are more useful. Some of them are not like, and then in addition to that, there's like another 1,000 or 2 books that are not occult in nature. And part of the protection that the Circle of Flame has is that their occult books and their regular books are kind of intermixed, and only people who really know their library very well are going to know where to go to get the book that they're looking for, versus like a romance novel. So this
If you're not looking
library
for a
is
romance novel,
definitely magnitudes above your library.
Okay, so we should go get this place after we're done with this score.
I mean, getting this place would be way more difficult than just getting out with one of their hulls.
Probably.
Yeah.
Would probably mean starting a war and such. But
Yeah. Let's not
Well,
do that just
yeah,
yet.
we're always up for that, right?
yeah.
what? We're
You
good at
just got
war.
done with a war, but
We're
you're
war dogs.
So
We should level up to level 2 and then just go to war with these guys and get their library.
Yeah.
we
I
got
mean,
pretty
get their
close.
library, and if that means war, then whatever, Either way.
Well, if that means war, I guess we just go to war.
And they say war is good for nothing.
Well, so it goes. So tell me, so what do you do? You're like, you want to take a look at the hulls, but you're not going to say that out loud to the butler guy. So what do you say or do to try to get your rough mitts on one of those things? Are you gonna like head down one of the halls being like, oh, I remember it was this way? Like, why am I giving you suggestions? You tell me what to do.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm
What's-
very bad at that.
Yeah, Farouk, what's your prowl like?
Do I have it at all? I suspect it is like nothing that you've ever seen, because it's like nothing.
Yeah. Same here.
Okay.
Thinking that maybe one of us could distract him and then the other one sneaks away. That's going to be a comedy of errors right there.
Yeah, okay.
I mean,
So,
you
yeah.
can convince him that you both want to see things at the opposite of the sides of the library, and then he just, he needs to choose who he's gonna guard.
Yeah, I think I'm just
Divide
gonna,
and conquer.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to make some polite conversation. Mention that I heard that. See, I have this cousin Sylvester. He runs a bit of business locally, and he was very interested in hearing about our family's history here in Duskwall. I haven't been here for very long, but I imagine that there might be some sort of logs on our family's involvements with perhaps the stranger side of things. Basically looking to have a little chat with him that's somewhere else. See if such a thing might exist.
So you're basically going to try to get the butler that's been kind of following you guys around to like lead you over to like the like family history section or something while Farouk goes off and does his own thing.
Yeah, some sort of like genealogy section or whatnot. Like old logs of something.
Yeah. Okay. That sounds like you're trying to convince him to help you out.
You should lead him over to the Playboy book section. That would make him much more likely to follow you than Farouk.
Good.
I'm sure they have one of those.
I mean,
This
it depends
fine
on your
occult
definition
library.
of Playboy here.
And of
Probably.
occult. Very
So-
fine occult library you got here.
It's the one with the moving pictures, Yeah, you're definitely going to need to make a roll here, but I think it's fairly controlled at this point. You guys have very little risk if he was to turn you down. You're kind of just still in the same. You'll have a moment to just continue in the same situation, rather than it immediately turning terribly sour because you've managed to get yourself in a fairly strong position here. You only have a limited amount of time before there's I have a clock going right now that is your ride arrives and you're going to be kicked out, and carted off to the party. But there's only one tick on that out of 6, so you've got time to do this.
Wonderful. See, yeah, I think
and that it's going to be standard effect.
Yeah, I'm shooting for a consort roll rather than sway. Not really.
That makes sense. I totally feel that.
Do anything in particular? So controlled, standard. Let's see. I do have some stress to it. I'm going to push myself. I'm going to be very insistent in seeing this.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 4.
4?
Yep.
Okay, so you have your choice of, do you want to withdraw and try a different approach? You hesitate for a moment. You're like, well, my cousin wants to know all of this information, and he kind of like gives you a little bit of a side-eyed look. So do you want to just do it with a minor consequence, a minor complication, or have reduce effect, or do you want to just pull back and keep hanging out with Farouk?
Let's see. I think I could take a limited effect, so that I don't have much of a window to do it in.
Okay. So you go ahead and you push forward, and he's like, all right. You have reduced effect in that he's gonna lead you over to that section, then immediately go back over to Farouk. So Farouk, you've got a very small window here to do something.
I think that under the auspices of he's coming right back, and that there just wasn't an opportunity. He's gonna stay in the library for a little bit longer and try and find the book.
One book to rule
So
them all.
I'm gonna vote for William Kildare in next election.
I mean, he will look for a book that's actually helpful in terms of dealing with halls if he can. But he definitely wants to look around this library for a bit.
Okay.
There's a little bit of time, right?
I mean, you've got a very small window here, and if you want to just keep looking for a book, you can definitely do so. It sounds to me like probably a survey to find a title that jumps out at you for what you're looking for.
Is
there something specific that you want to find, or just generically something about halls? Because I mean,
well,
yeah, if you're like, I want to find this specific book, blah blah blah, we'll be like, okay, sure.
Yeah, I think something a little bit specific, like one I may have heard of. That's that's the definitive tome on the construction and control of hulls. I know they must have it. It's famous, and while our library is fine, we haven't quite had a chance to get hold of that one.
Okay. Yeah. Totally. So, tell me about Tell me about this book. Like, what is it going to like what does it do? Like not do, but like no, like no. Jeez, I can't even words. Why are you guys letting me in here?
Words are hard.
So this is a book that is this is a specific book about how hulls like function that you've heard about before.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, totally. That's what I'm trying to confirm. Yeah. So you're in are you just going to take it and pocket it, or are you going to like flip it open and start reading through it?
Of course I'm going to flip it over and look through.
Okay, because
course.
it makes a difference between how risky this is.
Okay.
Because if you're just going to open it and start looking through it, that's risky. If you were going to put it in your pocket and take it home with you to read later,
Why not both?
because he's got less than a minute.
Okay. As much as I want the desperate roll, I think I want. Well,
You should take it home so you have all the time to properly read it.
It's pretty experienced for just do it.
Okay. I won't
True.
turn down free experience, I suppose.
Yeah, I
We're
mean,
the little devils on your
free
shoulders.
is a very relative term here.
Yes.
Maybe the demon on Farouk's shoulder very well. Do it.
Beautiful. So
Yeah, the demon on one side, the devil on the other.
Yeah.
Weird mass of tentacles, hands and mouths on the other. No, that's still that's still inside good old Sylvester.
Okay.
So yeah, you're looking at desperate standard.
Okay. Is there any way I can do it as study rather than survey?
You don't really have time for that.
You could do a flashback study where it is.
If you had like half an hour to just go by and just read every title, sure. If you had I guess if you want to like I feel like they don't have like a Dewey Decimal System or organizational like place to go to. Like the librarians just know where stuff is.
Okay.
We
well,
should
yeah.
capture one of those librarians when we take this place.
Speaking of flashbacks, would it be possible to do a flashback to where I was talking with certain members of the occult community about this library in order to essentially set this up beforehand?
Oh yeah. So you wanna have a flashback to where you ask someone about this book and you found out exactly where it is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. In that case, I think that this roll would just then count for you finding the book. So it's gonna still even though it happened in a controlled situation in the past, it's still you're gonna roll it now because of how Blades works for flashbacks. You're gonna roll it now as a desperate.
Okay.
But basically, it's whether or not you can use that information correctly in the moment. Does that make sense?
Sure. Okay. So is that one stress or more?
I think it's gonna be one stress.
Okay.
I don't think it's that much more. Because it sounds like something that Farouk would do, but it's also something that does not necessarily make sense for going into this mission.
Sure. Okay. And now what am I rolling?
I mean, from what you were describing, it sounded to me like consort. Like you were talking to your friends and you got the location. And I feel like you've got like a little slip of paper that has like a crude map of the library with like an X on the shelf where you can find this book.
Okay. So that's a desperate consort.
Yep.
Uh,
Standard effect.
Standard. And let me see.
It's
What
cursed.
Yeah, what would a devil's bargain look like here? What, would perhaps
in
the
the
book
restricted
itself have some nasty hooks on it in terms of
Actual hooks.
yes, perhaps
Tentacles.
Perhaps
Okay, here's the devil's bargain.
Yeah.
The book is locked.
Okay.
With like an arcane lock that if you tamper with it, it will like destroy the book. You'll have to find a way to magic or get the key to open it to get the information.
Okay. Yeah, I guess the devil's bargain I was thinking of was that it would make it would sort of open up my mind in a way that would make the icy fingers more more effective, or more dangerous. But I would be okay with either. I think the icy brain fingers.
Brain finger. I feel like because if you were to do that, basically you'd be stepping up the harm level that you have, and then you would have to take 2 stress to do anything other than sit there with a headache with your icy brain fingers.
Oh, okay. Okay. I guess I'm gonna go without the bargain.
Okay. I mean,
Let's go
it's still on the table if you wanted to have it locked, but you don't have to do that either.
Okay.
So you rolled command.
Yeah. So there's success, but a bit of a problem. There's a little hang up.
That was really nice on a 5, like on one die.
On one die. So you
Is
do
one
it, but
die?
here is the consequence. You find it, but it takes a little bit longer than
hold
you
on.
thought.
It didn't roll correctly then.
Oh,
it's
well,
command rather than
that was what I said.
consort. Sorry.
You wanted to roll consort, didn't you?
I did. I really did.
Okay. Do you wanna roll 3 more dice?
I do.
Okay.
Would you like?
I will allow that.
Okay.
There we go. Wow. Every time you roll the wrong thing, and it's like, just roll some more dice, and it's like, don't bother, never mind. So I think the consequence here is that we're gonna tick up the suspicions and call the guards, and that takes extra time. Your chariot awaits is gonna go down. You're a little bit closer to them being like, well, your carriage is here. Let's take you to the party. But also, like, you are like just finished tucking the book away as he comes around the corner, and you look very suspicious. Like, he can't actually call you out on it because you're a nobleman, or at least pretending to be one. But he definitely is starting to feel suspicious towards you here.
Okay. Yeah.
Now,
So
I think it's been enough time here for Team Bathroom. You've been having a very pleasant chat about dolls and imbuing dolls with ghost essences, and how much that costs, and how much this guy really loves his daughter and is willing to do anything for her, and is just like a really great family man, and his wife is so wonderful, and it's actually a pity that they can't have any more kids, and it's probably his fault, really, because he associates with all these weird types, but just his whole backstory, he just goes into it. it's kept you busy for quite a little bit of time here. What do you do?
Yeah, so I would like to do two things before I pass it over to Elzingdu. One is make sure that I get an invitation to play with his daughter. And the second is to keep him busy as long as I can by having him check all the toilets for spirit demons and, check twice and then check 3 times and then stand outside my door and, So two things that I'd like to do. So how do I do that? I guess I decide how I do that, right? I'm just gonna talk to him and smooth talk, be like the oh yeah, your daughter, what's her name? Like she's welcome to come play with my spirit doll sometime. We should meet. I can come visit you guys. I'd be happy to having to get a spirit doll as I imagine this is a separate sway from having to waste his time.
Yeah, and I mean I feel like this is kind of like a setup for yourself. Plus you get the bonus of a playdate. Her name is Jackie.
Cool.
And she's like 12. How old's Ruby?
11.
I already forgot. 11? Yeah, so she's a little bit older than Ruby, but still like right at that age where playing with dolls is cool.
Wants me to bring spirit plush. Okay. So can I take that as a devil's bargain that I have to?
I don't think it's a devil's bargain so much as it's a consequence. Like
Okay.
if you whether you succeed or fail, you're going to if you succeed, you're going to need to have the doll for this to work out.
Okay.
In the end, eventually, when you get to the party, but right now it's not. You can't show it to him and prove that you have it. It's not going to give you any bonuses right this second.
Fair enough. Is it risky standard or?
Yeah, I'd say it's risky standard.
Okay. I guess I'll push myself.
I didn't really have much stress before this session.
I had one.
And then everything changed.
Yeah, I was stress-free before this session.
And then you guys went on a crazy mission to do crazy things, you crazy kooks.
And then the Fire Nation
5.
attacked.
And the Fire Nation attacked. True facts. Yeah, so you do it. You succeed. And you were trying to,
get a play date and set myself up.
Right. And but for setting yourself up, would that be great effect? That's what I thought. That's what I thought. So yeah, you've got a play date now, with Jackie.
Cool.
And she expects you to have a spirit doll.
Okay. I've written it down.
Good, brilliant. Yeah, so he's totally on board. He thinks this is a great idea, and he'll do. He'll be willing to. He seems very on board to listen to you and to do what you're asking. But let's see if you can convince him
to check all the toilets for me.
Let's see if you can waste his time. Basically,
yeah,
he's going to do it for you. I think he's going to do it for you either way. It's just a matter of whether or not it's going to take up enough of his time that you can slip away.
Yeah. Risky. Then.
So, yeah, it's gonna be risky, great effect because even if it's not him, there's still tension here. Fall on you.
Damn.
No.
Oh.
Should have pushed myself again.
Harsh.
Things go badly. You suffer harm, a complication occurs, you end up in a desperate position, or you lose this opportunity. I'm not going to make you lose this opportunity, but I think you suffer harm and a complication occurs. So I think the harm is going to be he actually finds a ghost and it's going to lash out at you.
See? Toilet
Um,
demons.
Damn those toilet demons!
I'm
so-
gonna risk it and try and resist this consequence.
Okay.
Risking me overindulging, but where's the fun?
All right. No, well, let's see
what is
happens.
this? Prowess, resolve, insight?
I think it's going to be resolve. Like he goes and he checks in these places and like ooh, okay, 2 stress. Is that too much?
No. I still have two left. Well,
All right,
1,
good.
I guess, technically. I could have taken 3 stress.
Well, still being in the scene. Okay.
Yeah.
He basically I think what happens is Ruby has been around spooky stuff enough that she can actually like sense the ghost just a second before he goes and looks for it. And instead of like the ghost ripping through both of you, this footman and Ruby, you like stop him before he opens the last stall, and you're like, uh, and whatever you want to say, but basically you stop him from continuing the search, but that also stops wasting his time here. So he's
Okay, I'm gonna try and convince him that there's something in there and that he needs to get like the whatever ghost cleaning crew to
Who is he
deal
going
with
to
this.
call exactly?
I imagine that either they would have some in-house group, because they're a cult, or they would call upon what are these guys called again? The spirit wardens.
The Ghostbusters.
The
the spirit wardens.
Yeah, I imagine that like the either the cult would have called the spirit wardens, or they'd have their own bottle ghosts and turn them into something business going on.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna try and convince him that there's a spirit in there, something scary. Careful, sir. There's one there. I just know it, and I'm gonna look at him very intense.
Yeah, so he like stops and is like, oh, all right. Which like, and he like does that thing that guys do when they're like talking to their kids, where he like squats down and like puts his hands on his knees to get down to your level, and is like, all right then, Ruby, what do you think we should do?
We should call the spirit wardens. Have them take care of the scary demon. Although, I've heard that there are these people, the Shroud of Diana, and they're pretty good with ghosts too.
Yeah.
It's certainly not us when we come back to deal with this.
Right,
I mean,
so,
we could send our
Zingdo, what do
people.
you do when she mentions the Shroud of Diana?
Well, I imagine that Zingdo is hopefully gone by this point.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Did you sneak away while this was happening, Zinged?
Yeah. That's what we wrote beforehand with the sway and the resist.
Oh, right, yes.
Oh, he did actually walk away, yeah.
Where are you now? Let's cut away from like his eyes widening slightly as she drops the name, the Shroud of Diana. Cut over and find out where Elzingdo is.
Well, I'm probably sneaking through this whole place and looking for
the library.
Yes, that's what we do, right?
Yes.
I mean, if there happens to be a wonderful woman on the way, there's nothing I can do about that.
What? Us get distracted in the middle of a score? No.
You guys are all horrible.
This has never
Except
happened before.
William Kildare. William Kildare tried to do something useful.
Yeah, I'm
Tried.
definitely a good person.
Well,
That might be a stretch.
at least not
but
badly distracted in the middle of a mission, you know?
Yeah, he does have that going for him.
I mean, maybe there is no woman and everything's fine. Hey.
I mean, I don't. I mean, let me roll a die of fate here, because it could kind of go either way. Like there being some random maid or whatever. Do you want there to be a random woman here? Out of character, Mark?
It doesn't really need to be. I mean, I'm not really trying actively to scroll over the group, but
Can we vote on this?
Okay.
it's just how the character
Can you
is.
vote on this? No, there's no voting. No, you're fine. There's no beautiful woman that catches your eye on your way over there.
Okay. So yeah, then I'm sneaking through the whole place and looking for clues where the library is, or looking for it itself, or anything else useful, I guess. Trying to be as stealthy as possible. So probably go for some prowling. Right?
Yeah, seems right.
Yeah.
Risky? Probably risky, isn't it?
Yep.
Standard. Can't really stress myself, and I don't really want to take any devil's bargains. The clock to get thrown out is bad. I mean, Doom Clock is fun, but doesn't make any sense in this situation. I just going with it. Ooh,
It's gonna do it.
Nice.
3.
You do it, and that is done. So you managed to sneak your way over to the library and inside. And you can see, like, the room that you're all in is like a big open room. But it's there's various desks and so forth between you and Farouk and William Kildare. And I think you're coming in just as the butler guy has finished assisting William Kildare and saying, yes, you'll find all the genealogies here, sir. And starts heading back over to Farouk. And Zingdo, you can see Farouk has just stealthily pocketed some book. Like that's the scene you're walking in on. As so, what do you guys do? This butler guy is coming back over to talk to Farouk.
Yep.
Zingdo has entered, and Kildare, you have all of the genealogy books at your disposal.
Yeah, I'm going to leave behind if I see Elcindo coming, then we're going to go looking for a hull. We have a hull to find. Now that the guy is distracted.
You can still hear them in the background. It's like surprisingly silent, other than in the back, in the distance, beyond these dark corridors. You can hear click, click, and the sounds of metal machinery, clicking, whirring, walking around.
See, I was under the impression that Danny had found like a special one in here that we were looking for. If it's just like any one of them, then I'm just gonna look to
You're gonna have to.
Elcindo and see.
You're gonna have to pick the most special one for Diania, of course.
Of
I
course.
mean, What kind of follower are you?
I'm
It's
not a
not an
follower at all.
option.
I'm a leader.
I'm pretty sure Diania isn't one to be led.
Okay. Yeah.
So let's see.
So-
What would we use for searching and finding an appropriate hole?
I think what you need to do is get into the back area. You need to probably prowl to get back there without this butler seeing you.
All right. Yeah, that seems more like a job for Mr. Singdev.
Yes. I mean, I could just make this boring and try to prowl normally, but I think it would be... How much, wait, how much stress does it cost? If I take 1 stress. Okay, I can do this. If I use 1 stress to prowl on the bookshelves and get stealthily from bookshelf to bookshelf on top of them. So
Really?
then, yeah. Why not?
Okay. Well, the room itself is like fairly open. There's not really a bunch of bookshelves in this big main room. Like for what you're talking about, sounds like it's going to be back in the bowels where you can hear the quiet noises of the holes moving around. You could definitely make it up to like the 2nd story balcony and then around, but I don't.
Yeah, I think
Then
first
you could-
we need to find this back area, like where that is, and then
Like you
break
can,
it.
Okay.
So maybe I set you up with like a study or something.
I mean, you can. It's easy to see where the back area is. It's not hard.
Okay.
There's not. It's not like hidden or anything. It's just, not.
Yeah, then it seems like your job would be to prowl into there.
Yeah.
It seems like the guy will probably be occupied with work for a while.
Okay, then just prowl when the opportunity strikes. Here an opportunity, then.
Okay. Yeah. So.
Should I roll now, or should I wait for...
Yeah, you can go ahead and roll now.
Okay. I will just do that. Wow.
Got him.
Bam. Here's my very well drawn library.
Wonderful.
Zoom out. Okay.
Cool.
Just a picture.
Perfect. Like there's like desks or whatever in the center here. They're gonna be brown blobs. You know how desks look.
Yeah, just like that.
Just like that, just like that. And then there's like this like balcony. Right here. Boop. Yeah, it goes around on the outside, up above, as you do. Anyway, that's the generic, the look of it here. So you're easily able to, like, do you want to describe how you managed to get all the way across the room, from the doors to one of these hallways?
Yes, the running from cover to cover, and just keep myself at the back of any objects that will hide me, and maybe do some fancy rolling over to the next one and jump around when he doesn't look in my direction. Being silent.
All right, yeah. You manage to make it across and head down one of the hallways. And it's pitch dark down these halls, but you can feel the weight of knowledge on either side of you as you are surrounded by books. So yeah, do Farouk and William see you even though the other guy don't, or do they not know that you're doing this?
I mean, I'm not particularly trying to hide myself from them, but I wouldn't mind them not seeing me either. So it's just about if they notice me or how they
Farouk, William, do you want to
look for a
see him?
situation.
Like, I think I might see him like run off,
Yeah.
but then not anymore. Then he disappears behind the bookshelf.
Okay.
I mean, it's just something that, yeah, I'd take note of anyway, but, you know, I don't know that I'd be looking for him specifically. If I do notice him, great.
I mean, it's up to you.
Sure. I guess so.
Okay. Cool. Then you know where he is. Elzindo, you are in the back, and it is very dark. How's your night vision? How well do you see in this pitch blackness?
Well, I guess I'm used to living on the streets when I was young, and there was not that much light in the night either when I had to do things, but I don't have special eyes that just give me night vision or something, so I guess pretty average. It's not a weakness of mine, but I'm not overhumanly good at it either, so
You do have a bright orange aura that surrounds you.
yeah, that's true. I don't. So I suppose that doesn't really help me lighting this up, does it? Guess not.
Probably not.
No,
But,
it's not going to help you.
So, I just step a bit on the floor to hear about how big the room is. I mean, when it's too dark to see.
So yeah, I mean, I figure. I guess we did not brush on this at all. What was your loadout coming into this? I probably should have asked you all that at the very beginning, but I forgot as a GM.
Light, I imagine, since we were going
Yeah.
for a party.
Yeah,
Light.
light.
Definitely.
But okay, well, you still have up to 3 items. Are you going to pull out like a lantern or something, Elzindo?
Yeah, something like that. Not something that as big probably, but I guess there are probably. I found something in the laboratory of zinc that helps me lighten it. I don't know what it is, and it's weird, and it kind of is a bit scary how it looks, but it makes light.
Wait! You're a lurk, right?
Yes.
Look at your character sheet, the lurk page.
Doing
There is
that?
an item. There is an item on that which you might find interesting. Called a dark sight mask.
Okay, that sounds interesting.
Literally lets you see in the dark.
Okay, I guess I have that one then. That would be cool. Yeah, I'm taking that one.
You could grab a silence potion as well and be just like.
That's what I have my skill for.
And I mean,
well,
sure.
I mean, you can also drink a silence potion and have it be even quieter.
I'm first off taking only the the mask.
Okay,
So.
well, the potion doesn't count against your load, but yeah, mark down the mask, and you can see in pitch darkness. You can see that I'm not going to draw it on this map because I am lazy. But as it goes further back and further back, there's just like a mess of halls, and like the library expands, branching outwards behind this main room into like further and further and further rooms. And it's like a bit of a maze back there, but you can hear the clinking and clanking of hulls. And as you look down one of the hallways, you can see one of them like move across one of the aisles, carrying a stack of books, and it just completely methodical. It looks vaguely human in that it's like on two legs. It's kind of brass colored. There's hands off of two arms, but it doesn't have like a head or a face. It just like is like truncated at the shoulders of these arms.
I say you go and find a more special one. Can't just put the... What was the guy called again that we're getting this for?
Rorik.
We can't just put Rorik in any old hull. I'm sure they must have something more elaborate than just a pair of arms and legs.
Yes, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Yeah. I'll keep going.
Okay. Yeah. So, you're gonna keep looking for another one?
Yes.
A better one? That sounds like probably a survey to me. But I think it's risky because you don't know it, but those hulls they're not completely mindless.
Well, good thing that I am completely clueless about surveying stuff.
I mean, unless you have a different, unless you want to tell me a different action that you'd be doing.
I mean, I might be prowling just around and looking for something that looks more interesting, but I guess surveying is okay. It's okay to not to make everything happen that I try, so... I guess I'll just try to take a devil's bargain here.
Okay. Do you have an idea for one?
I mean, it would be interesting if I got into a random conversation with the walls and it gets awkward for some reason. In an awkward conversation with the walls, they are not mindless, then might be possible.
I don't understand what you mean by an awkward conversation with the walls, or how that would be a devil's bargain.
That means that I'm kept there, that I need time to get on with the things, that I lose time there. I mean, I don't know. I have to think about it. About what exactly I'm talking about, but I mean, the walls could be attracted to me and try to.
You mean the hulls?
Yeah, the halls.
It sounds like you're saying walls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm hearing walls.
Okay, then it was a misunderstanding because I thought the walls were mindless and they were watching me or something like that.
No, the hulls have more intelligence than you think, not walls. And that
Okay.
was my fault. I'm sorry.
Uh,
But the walls have eyes.
okay.
Sorry.
No, I don't really have an idea for a Devil's Bargain right now. I guess the clock is an obvious choice, but
Yeah, we can tick the clock of this is taking longer, so you get another tick on your chariot awaits. Well, uh, like you're going around searching for a better hull. Like you saw one and you're like, no, I can find a better one. Then we like cut over to Farouk and William having awkward conversations with the butler about various books and how to find them and how like Farouk spouting I want to say techno babble but like magi babble or whatever.
Occulto babble.
Culto babble, yes.
I should still roll because I took the
Oh
Devil's
yeah,
Bargain project.
definitely.
Right.
You're definitely rolling right now. I'm just like this is like a cutaway.
Wow.
Hello, you did it. Good job. You
All
found
these sixes.
What
Yeah.
does this hole look like? Like you found the one that you're looking for. So, what does it look like?
Could be looking. I don't know. Like really majestic, I guess, something like that. Like really big, really. I don't know what's it called in English.
I don't know.
It's I'm just googling it right now. Ornate. Is that a word, or did I mispronounce it?
Yeah.
I don't.
Ornate.
I
Ornate. Ornate.
ornate.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. So it's ornate. It actually has a face.
It's just it's simple on the other side, but looks majestic on the other, and has this ornates on it. It doesn't have fancy materials, but it's still like really. That's what I meant.
Okay, so yeah, it's very well crafted while not being super fancy, like very intricate, but not ostentatious. And so you found it. This is like the perfect hull, and like there's like that moment you like turn around a corner and you see it, and like in the audience's view, like it glows faintly, not like it doesn't actually glow, but it has like that soft lighting effect that makes it stand out from everything else, and it's like perfect. There is an actual soft glow to it in its like chest cavity area is where like the spirit bottle that is powering its like power source is residing. So but you are you're just far enough away from it that it doesn't detect you. What do you do?
So, one question: How are we going to give the whole? What are we trying to do it? Are we trying to move it? Are we trying to get it away from here, or what exactly?
Ideally, we're just getting it out, and ideally, we're getting it back to the cathedral.
Okay. I mean, I don't realize that they are that they have a consciousness that is more than, I don't know, flicker. So I guess I'm just trying to okay, let's see how we move this thing, and look at go here and look how to move it properly.
Get up, throw it over your shoulder.
Yeah, something like that.
I mean, it's about the same size as a person, so
Well,
Yeah.
but Alzingdo walks the devil's footsteps, so you know.
That's true.
that's true. Yeah, you can spend your stress to just be all like giant person-sized hunk of metal, and put it on your shoulder. That is absolutely a thing the Devil's Footsteps will allow you to do.
Okay.
Elzindo, away.
Guess I'm doing that then.
Okay. This is desperate, and
XP!
um, are you going to be going out the same way you came in, or do you know a different way out of this place?
How would I know a different way? I mean, I haven't really been here.
Flashbacks.
I can't really get any stress right now. That's out of the question.
Oh no.
Well,
So I probably have to go with the same way again.
okay.
I
Yeah,
mean,
this is. This I think is going to be a prowl for you to physically just carry a thing. If you, it's going to be limited effect because you're not going to be stealthy while doing it.
okay.
So this is desperate limited. With this, if you succeed, you're going to be able to get out of the library, but they're going to see you doing it.
What about I just try to get it near Farouk and William Kidder, so they could help me later.
Yeah, I think right
That
now,
could work.
Transportation.
That could
right
work a
now we
lot.
need to get out of the library proper, because right here we're being observed. There's
Yeah.
a guy
Okay.
in here with us.
So you're gonna bring it to like this intersection or something that's nearby the entrance to the rotunda of the library, but not actually out into it, so no one can see you.
Yes, that's what I.
Okay. So you'll get a standard effect here, but there is an inherent risk. The hull itself may fight back here, among other things.
Okay. I mean, I think it's still the best and most direct way to do it. So let's go. Devil's Bargain, Devil's Bargain. Could probably, because if it fails, then gonna get all downhill from here. Yeah, I guess Devil's Bargain that How about Devil's Bargain that the whole talks and it makes it significantly harder uh to get out stealthy, so the bibliotecaire will know that something is up when I get near. Will probably approach.
Yeah, like it just like stirs awake as you pulling out. Hello, hey, where are we going? Hey.
I'm trying to think, like, I feel like it would be more like just like raising an alarm. Like, you know, kind of a
I
thing
mean
as opposed
that's
to.
basically the same thing as when I failed with my roll. So I could just roll without a Devil's Bargain and have a chance that doesn't happen.
That is true.
I mean that's probably even worse than failing the roll. I mean, probably not because I just said it to you and you'll find something so horrendously when I fail, but
Well,
I
could the Devil's Bargain
mean-
just be that well, done now. I was gonna say that the ghost inside the hull just doesn't like you from that point onward.
We're getting rid of that ghost anyway, so that's not that great of a devil's bargain. So yeah, you are going to you succeed. You've got the hull here, just outside of the range of light here. But I think what happens is you're going to suffer harm. Like you've bodily lifted this thing up and threw it over your shoulder, and it's not actually like raising a loud alarm yet, but it's physically kicking you with its metal legs, and so you've got like just massive bruises all along your back, and are gonna take level 2 harm of just of battered.
Nice.
And herniated, because you're lifting a metal thing the size of a human.
Well, he took his stress for that already to,
okay.
walk in the devil's footsteps and be capable of superhuman strength. So that's fine. Yeah. So like, do you set it down and go to Farouk and William, or are you gonna like try to call them over while you're still holding it over your shoulder?
I mean, I probably would try to just look around, see if the bibliotecaire is watching, and if he's not watching, I'm like,
It's like signaling to us.
get over here.
Get over here. See a massive hook flying through the library.
Now Lan would be so useful.
Right.
I
Okay,
mean,
yeah.
you know, you guys could consider breaking him out of prison at some point.
Yeah, whatever. It's fine.
Yeah, we'll get to that really soon, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Sure, just capture a hull,
sometime.
and then put somebody in the hull. Of course, you can't leave things unattended, and then help that person get hold of a crow's foot, because that follows naturally, and then solve the war that erupts, and just
Yeah, so it's really near the top of the
See-
list. It's just
really close.
Yeah.
Getting to it
Um,
soon. TM.
The fact that new things keep getting added to the list, that doesn't matter. Whatever.
So, should I do a prowl then again, or would I do that?
I'm trying to think mechanically what is the best way to try to get their attention subtly without alerting everyone else. This is another good time to look at your character playbook and see if there's any items on it that might assist you here.
Yeah.
Even failing that, like just making a noise that a hull would make from there and retreating would probably work fine. Probably.
I mean, there's documents that would help. I could just take one of the documents and write on it big fat letters, "Get over here."
And then do what with it?
And put it
It's like hold it up on the door.
throughout, and it shows like "Get over here." I mean, there's nothing that helps me otherwise.
You have burglary gear. Burglary gear, I imagine, would include a lantern, and you could just shine the lantern in like one of their eyes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like holding up a sign from in the depths of darkness is not.
Yeah, right. It's still dark in there.
Really great.
I forgot.
I mean, you're wearing a mask that lets you see in the dark, so that makes it fairly straightforward. But, no. Yeah, if you want to have a lantern in your burglary tools and like bullseye lantern, just let some light out or something. You could definitely do that.
I guess that's the best way to do it. So,
like Morse code, come over here, captured hull.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you could do that. I mean, I think that's easy enough that you would be able to do that. It's just done. You don't have to make a roll for that or anything. So Farouk, William Kildare, you see the signal of captured hull, like the light flashing down the from down the hallway. The butler guy also sees this light coming out and is about to ask you what happens.
I'll just look up.
You can probably
and
resist the butler guy seeing it by, like, convincing him to look the other way just as it happened.
I mean, it's not a consequence in that sense, but we can probably do some kind of roll.
It is.
Some kind of roll.
You can totally resist that here.
Okay. I mean, I'm okay with him seeing that we're going to approach this hall. Like, I don't see that as a huge problem. It's a bit of an obstacle, but not an insurmountable one. So I think my reaction is just,
he sees this light and...
how marvelous! Such craftsmanship!
Well, you don't really see the hole yet. What you see is a light
I
flashing
see.
down from one of these.
I see.
One
Okay.
of these hallways, like
It's only a blinking light, Farouk. It's not that impressive.
yeah, like there's a light that just comes out this direction, and you can see like this entranceway that had been pitch dark is now has light coming out of it.
Okay, and So
Yeah,
you said that the caretaker noticing is or is not resistible in that case.
You can resist that, yeah.
Okay.
Tell me how, and yes, you can.
Oh well, I'll just distract the guy. Well, it's a shame. I know we have to go, but I wish we did have a few more minutes. That that book, what was it called? It had that bit about the cock laying the perfectly black egg. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh, of course, yes. Wooderson's Fool. I know that book. Yes.
Yes.
So
Marvelous,
you
really.
Roll your insight resistance here to have him turn around and start looking for that book instead of seeing the light. This is a good time to do so.
Okay. Let's see how that goes. Insight, huh? This could hurt.
Nothing like a second trauma to enliven the day.
2. Is 2 enough, or too little, or too much?
2 is acceptable.
Too fast? Too furious?
No. Oh, and I should. Okay.
Okay. So yeah, he leads you over in this direction to find the book that you're talking about. Kildare, what do you do? There's a light shining out this way.
Yeah, then we'll scurry over there, check what it's all about. Seen the light. The light of Elzindo.
The light of Elzindo. Okay. Brilliant. So, what you see Elzindo standing there with like a massive, intricate hull over his shoulder, like in like a fireman carry, just whoop.
Beautiful.
Help, please.
Hey, let's get you out of here. And you too. Elzindo, come on.
So how are you gonna do it?
Well, it seems like the fastest exit would be just across the library.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna try and cross the library.
Okay. So
we could just knock out that guy and be like, you two could be like, oh no, what is happening? And
So you're trying to do it silently, or are you trying to do it without being noticed? Like, how are you? Like, I'm picturing
Yeah.
this thing with like Farouk standing there, like looking at a bookshelf and like occasionally glancing over his shoulder, and the two of you like carrying the hull.
Sneaking
I
past
think
behind.
we might have to go loud here, I'm afraid.
Well, at least it's not a precarious position.
Yeah.
I
Definitely
mean,
not desperate at all.
Yeah.
sounds
Yeah. So
pretty desperate to me. I don't know
I
what
mean,
you're
you
talking
could
about.
ask for some food, that he will bring you some food, and maybe he will be gone for a few minutes. I don't know.
I think we might have to knock him out for the time being. Well, we hull this thing out of here.
You hull.
I mean, maybe Victor prepared something for us. Maybe one of us was smart enough to ask him for some potion.
I mean, Elzindo still has access to a potion of silence.
Yeah, I
Which
guess
he could
now it's the
imbibe.
time. I think this is the time now.
Yeah, that
Let's
would
see.
make it a lot easier.
Alternatively, I have a vial of slumber essence that could be useful.
I mean, both, maybe? You still have to go through hallways probably outside and such, so better stock up on everything.
Okay, we
Yeah,
let
so-
the bibliotecar drink the silence potion, and we take the slumber essence. No, that doesn't seem right.
We all just pass out.
Doesn't
at
Be
once,
seem-
right?
confused.
wrong.
You're like, all right, one of these is slumber essence and one of these is silence potion. You feel lucky?
I must have got the bottles mixed up.
Have you guys seen Sherlock, the BBC series?
Yes.
Not
It's
in a while.
like there's two vials, and one of them
Oh, right,
contains
yeah,
the
that one.
slumber essence, and the other one.
Hmm.
Now here's my move. I'm gonna move one towards you. Which did I give you, the slumber essence or the silence potion?
It's a simple matter of
Like,
deduction.
The guy, the butler, is just sitting there sweating, being like,
What's this all about? But yeah, I think the plan right now is to knock the librarian out.
Yeah.
With some slumber essence.
I have
Just
the
let us-
slumber essence. I have silence potion. Oh,
So
slumber
William
essence,
Cordera
silent
is the one
potion.
with the slumber essence.
Yeah.
How are you going to get the librarian to take this?
So let's see.
They have to drink it.
Yeah. I think I'm going to call him over here. And have...
Over to in the stacks where you're not supposed to be with Elzindo, who has a giant
I'm
robot
gonna
over his shoulder.
I'm gonna walk out, stand in the doorway over there, and just look in, examining this light, and say, "Oh God, there's someone's broken in and is trying to steal a hull."
No.
yeah, that can't go wrong.
Yeah. So he immediately rushes over to you and is like, "What's going on? I need to raise the alarm immediately." And he then
What?
heads over to a.
Why don't you relax for a moment? Potion.
He's like, "No, we can't relax. There's someone trying to steal something. Like, no. Like, what's going on?"
This drink,
Is William
This-
Kildare
Grab
shoving
beer.
stuff down people's throats again?
Yeah. I'm just shoving this
This
thing in his
sounds like a skirmish. If you're going to try to force him to drink this when he gets close to you.
I am fine with that.
Okay.
And when Farouk follows and sees the scene and hears you say that, he just looks daggers.
Well, you might be a dagger in the future. So, or is that
This is
admission of help?
desperate, for sure. You're welcome. And
Our plan is so
I mean,
ridiculous.
I think it's gonna have standard effect. If you manage to get it down his throat, he's gonna be out. But if you don't, the alarm is most definitely getting raised here.
Okay. Let's see. Farouk, are you helping in some fashion? Do you have the power to help?
Did you follow him over, or are you gonna like?
I do definitely follow him, the caretaker over. And yes, I will. Yeah, I'll help. I guess just distracting.
Okay.
Just be like gasping and grabbing his arm.
Let's see, well, I'm a bit too much stress to be comfortable pushing myself. So
You know, this plan was so beautiful with us coming up with like all kinds of ways how, you know, it could not be clear that it was us. And look where we are now. I
We
feel like
may be able to
this guy-
figure.
Yeah, I definitely. I mean, you've pretty much given yourself the devil's bargain when you're like, "Come over here, someone's stealing something," to put the suspicion into their mind.
Yeah.
I don't think it makes sense to take up that clock, because if you succeed, they're not going to, and if he can't, and if you fail, it's just gonna be full. But I would say that maybe what happens here is +1 heat, because you're not killing him. He's going to remember you.
Yeah.
Related to this. So
you guys should kill him.
So is that
Yeah, we're gonna have to kill him. I think.
one die for help and then 1 die for bargain?
Okay.
I'll take that.
I mean, technically, if we kill him, we trade 1 heat for 2, but you know, we gotta kill him. They can't know it's us.
No, if you kill him, you add 2 more heat on top of the heat that you're taking here.
But if we kill him, he can't tell anybody, right? So that would counteract.
Yeah, all right. You'd be trading up from 1 heat to 2. I guess that's fair. It's up to you, though.
It's a 4.
You succeed, but there is a consequence. What is that consequence going to be? Good question.
Let's see. Well, since we are leaving, well, we're planning on leaving, and the only other person we've seen here is currently battling a toilet demon. Was. Do we just want to raise the alarm? Just let the bells toll.
I mean, he can you know, yell out, and they might not know that it was us.
I mean, are you just gonna kill him as as part of this consequence here? Because right now, I mean,
He might be allergic.
It was desperate. There's a severe consequence. Yeah, like a severe consequence here would be that he's basically allergic to this, and he dies from it.
Yeah, or maybe I just stumble and give him way too much.
Mm-hmm.
Overdose.
Yeah.
Starts frothing.
The thing is, normally that wouldn't be a problem, but Zingdo's probably thinking that poor guy, I didn't want to kill anybody. No, what's happening?
You've fallen in with the wrong crowd, Zingdo. Back in your homeland, you might have been a hero. Not here. This is Villain Town. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with him dying.
Okay, he dies.
Yeah. If he dies, he dies.
Okay. Well, I'm definitely going to look deep into the whatever passes for the Hull's eyes and attempt to attune it.
Hold on 1 second here. There is a further. I believe with using alchemicals, you're going to have to take a consequence one way or another, and technically, the same would be true if we took the silence potion. Let me double check here real quick. Nope. All right, we're good. Never mind. Brilliant. You're lucky.
Okay.
So yeah, what do you guy dies? What do you do? We're gonna attune to this hull that
Yes.
Elzingdo's got over his shoulder.
What are you trying to do? Is
Okay. So my thinking is that if I succeed in attuning it, we'll have it crush this guy's skull, and then we'll just leave, flee, saying that something's gone wrong. There's a hole back there that went mad, and have it also leave and meet up with us afterwards.
That's a pretty cool plan.
Yeah.
See, seems like Farouk is useful for something after all.
Something.
That
They
is
keep him around for a
pretty
reason.
desperate. For sure. I mean, but I think you're gonna have great effect. I think if you can successfully attune with this thing to have it crush the guy's skull and then chase you out and meet up later, I think it's gonna be very successful here. But if you fuck up, things can go very badly for you.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see. I will. So in attuning it, I'm gonna Rook's Gambit. So I'll. Well, hello there, my friend. I think we are gonna get along famously, and you are going to get to do things that you've only dreamt of. And I will burn some more stress. Right up to 8.
Same.
Okay.
Are you throwing into an assist here? Is that what you're saying, or you're already at 8? Is that what you're saying?
I'm going. No, I'm doing. I'm. So
no,
I'm using.
Mark said same, and I was like.
Okay, so I'm using Consort rather than Attune by Rook's Gambit, so I had to spend
Right.
2 stress to do that.
Yeah, I think I can throw in a helping die.
Okay.
Sees William in the background just chanting. Helping with the attuning.
So,
Okay, yeah.
Desperate, great. With the help. And hopefully I hit the right button this time. Maybe. Anything's possible.
We'll find out next week.
Consort.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Correct number of dice. You get a 5. All right, you succeed to great effect. This thing smashes the skull, and then I think the consequence here is you don't have full control over it, and it Elzingio had to set it down for this to work, and it goes over and it crushes the skull of the caretaker, and then marches directly out of the library through the open doors, leaving bloody handprints on the wall and out onto the street. And now there is a mad Hull loose on the street.
Yay!
That's
excellent.
Get to, right?
So, the other people see the bloody hands of the Hull, and are starting to raise the alarm immediately. They don't know that it's you yet. They don't know who died or what happened, but one of the Hulls has apparently gone mad, started killing people, and so they are definitely calling the spirit wardens right now.
You guys should injure yourself, make yourself victims
have
to a crime.
A very, very, very small amount of time before the spirit wardens arrive.
Gentlemen,
the bell has already
I think
this
it's time
man
to depart.
died. Whether he died from the overdose of the sleeping potion or from when his skull was crushed, either way, you can now hear the toll. Even from inside this library, you can hear the single bell boom, of the notifying spirit wardens that there has been a death. And we cut outside, and you can hear the Death Seeker crow caw and start flying in the direction of this library. And if a very small window before the spirit wardens arrive, and that the other, you can hear outside the other people who work at this library seeing the bloody Hull stomping down the hallways, screaming and yelling, and call the blue coats, call the spirit wardens. We need somebody quickly. And there's just fucking chaos erupting around you.
And I think that we're probably just gonna like visibly panic and flee.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
actually, I could be a victim. I mean, I have so much bruises on my body. I
Yeah,
obviously
you
got
were
attacked.
actually hurt by it.
Yeah, you were
Yeah.
actually hurt by it. That's true.
I think it's probably
so-
best that we leave.
We could do a group action to get
It
the hell
sounds
out
like
of
a
there.
group action to leave.
I mean, I guess I would have to get out on my own, but
Yeah, I mean, you hear
Well-
the alarm go off.
You mean you can? I mean, the alarm is being raised. Like, if you do nothing, Ruby, the kindly oversharing footman that has been hanging out with you will like carry you to safety, and then probably like try to reconnect you with your father, who obviously is a nobleman that lives in Six Towers. Sorry, not in Six Towers, but in
Whitestone?
not Whitestone. Go back to the map because I know how things work.
I would probably just run
Brightstone.
screamingly into wherever I thought Ruby is and said, "We need to get out of here. I got attacked by a howl," and show my bruises. We need to get away from here now.
Gotta move now.
Get
Get
to the
out.
chopper.
Get to the
I
chopper.
will be the overly worried daughter, freaking out, and I will just go with my daddy.
Yeah.
What kind of madness is this? You
This is
you keep these things here and can't control them?
officially the worst party I've ever been to.
Yeah, they're getting low ratings on their satisfaction forms at the end. Attacked by holes wasn't on the party list.
Someone died, but the snacks were good.
Yeah.
2 stars. Unsatisfactory.
Yeah.
We should do a
So-
group action. Is anybody volunteering to lead it?
Who has the least amount of stress?
It sounded like Elzingo already did, but
Yeah.
I have 7 stress, but I'm willing to risk a trauma.
I have 8 stress, so I guess on the
Probably not.
mechanical side, it does not make sense that I would lead
it's
the group.
perfect for you because Elzingo doesn't have a trauma yet.
I don't have a trauma either. I mean,
Let's see.
my other characters do.
I mean, it sounded like Elzingo was leading this group action. Like that sounded like what he was
Yeah,
doing.
definitely.
Like,
Definitely
Yeah,
seems like it.
but I might
Um,
take over if he's not willing to do it.
I mean, I don't care too
I,
much,
I think I'll
so
take over.
I can do it. Whatever.
I
The
think
first trauma is
using
free.
My child's knowledge of sneaking through hallways and back alleys and things like that to just find the right way out of here.
Yeah, I think you can more or less get out on your own because you're with the guy. You're pretty close to the entrance. I think it's the 3 of us.
But
need to,
didn't Elzingo come to me and
organize.
say like there was a hole or something?
Yeah, I guess that would be smart because then he thinks,
Hmm.
oh, he was attacked by a hole and
It's-
all that.
seems
stuff.
like we
That's
would
what
like-
he's a victim.
That's what I understood. That you guys came to me like following Elzingo, and Elzingo was like, "Come on, daughter, we gotta go. There was a crazy hole attacking me," and then I'm
Yeah.
like, "Oh yeah, let's go this way. Let's get the hell out of here."
Yeah, it seemed like we would reconvene like in the entrance hall. Like that's just
Okay.
sort of where our paths
Don't we
would
want to take a
coincide.
back exit? Like we didn't want ourselves to be seen.
And we
more
don't
than
know
necessary.
any back. We don't know any back exits.
that is also true. I mean, unless you want to do a flashback and
And-
find out where a back exit is.
Well,
Yeah,
but
we don't have. We don't
in
really
theory-
have access.
William Kildare can do that flashback. Then I can lead the group action.
well, the thing is, the people that we're pretending to be wouldn't know about a back exit. So if we're trying to maintain this fiction that we were here entirely innocently and this thing just went berserk,
Okay,
then we just
I'll
flee out
ask
the
the guy.
front and it's.
I'll ask the guy, sir, help! Where's the closest emergency exit?
Yeah, because I mean he'll lead you out, like no problem, Ruby. You're fine.
Okay.
He'll take you out the nearest emergency exit, but that still leaves Elzingno, Farouk, and William. Like that'll happen before they even leave the library.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure that there's even a role here because we're just. I mean, other than perhaps convincing them that we are in fact panicked.
This is not for you to leave the building. This is for you to leave the premises before the spirit wardens arrive.
I see. Okay.
Like getting outside, no problem. Being gone when the spirit wardens get here, that's what we're rolling for right now.
Got it.
Yeah. Then I would guess we're just running.
Running.
So if you're just running, that sounds like prowl. Group action prowl.
William Kildare should probably lead it since he's able to take one more stress, but
Yeah, I'm at
Just
7.
just all roll well. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, we're all really good at prowl here.
I mean-
Elzingno is good at prowling.
Yes.
I can do it. I can just do it. I don't mind too much. Even if I get the trauma, whatever. But how do I exactly roll this?
See, well,
Everybody just rolls prowl, and whoever leads the group action takes one stress for everybody that failed their prowl action.
Yep.
Okay.
And then the highest results is what you guys take.
True.
Yeah.
So you're just micromanaging,
Ruby,
telling
you can
everybody
also
how
get
to
in
prowl.
on this prowl action if you want to run away from the nice man that led you outside, and will take care of you until your father can pick you up.
I mean, I could play the panicked child who just bolts. I imagine that would be a reasonable thing.
Okay.
But I don't feel like I would join the group action though, because Elzingno
Okay,
is
you want to
not
roll
really
separately
leading.
for yourself? That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Why don't you do
traumatize me,
that
guys.
first, Ruby? You're not traumatized yet.
No, I will be if I'm not careful. Position, what is it? Risky, controlled, desperate.
I think this is risky standard for all parties involved.
Okay. Bolt out
All right.
of there.
Okay. There is a consequence for you, Ruby. We will. I think what happens is you twist your ankle, and you're gonna take a level 2 harm of a twisted ankle. You can still get out. You don't twist your ankle until after you're out of the immediate vicinity area, but you're gonna be limping home.
You know what? I want to resist that. Rather a trauma than having to deal with that twisted ankle.
I mean, that's fair.
I imagine it's
You
prowess.
could still roll a 6. Yeah, it's prowess.
Or a 5. 5 is fine too.
Let's see what you get.
And I have 2 dice, so there's a chance.
Boom.
No problem.
Nice.
Feasted.
Sweet.
Perfect. So
living on the edge.
all right, yeah, you're about to stumble and you catch yourself and just keep going.
No problem. Training with land paid off.
Right? All right. Farouk, William, Elzingdo, let's roll them prowls.
All right.
So is Elsinda leaving? Is that what we decided on?
Yeah. Let's do this.
Oh dear.
I think you all guys had already trauma, so it would be time to join you.
Elsinda doesn't do the trauma club.
It's okay, you don't have to take a trauma for a stress for yourself, but you are taking one for Farouk.
Okay.
William Kildare, can you successfully get the party out of this in one piece?
Oh dear.
Going to find out 0 dice in prowl.
There we go.
You could take a devil's bargain.
Let's see. What would that even be? I can't think of anything.
You twist your ankle.
I fall in the mud. Let's see. I can't think of anything. I want to get out of here.
Okay.
You get seen, take heat.
I think we're gonna be talking to the spirit wardens.
Fudge. Like, both of those were bad.
My sanity didn't die for this.
You guys should have
It
come
did.
to me
It did.
before.
You're taking a trauma, Elzingdo. What trauma are you taking? Maybe this is why you guys stopped by the spirit wardens. I think, like, the three of you, you're like darting down the street, and you see the hull, and Farouk is like trying to tell it where to go, and you are like trying to like maybe go a parallel route or something, and you turn around the corner and are just like face to face with spirit wardens, and you come skidding to a halt as the spirit wardens are like right on you. So basically you've lost your opportunity to get away, and the complication is you're face to face with these spirit wardens.
Is this something that they or I could resist?
You
If I caught up with them by now.
normally you could not resist because you're not there, but if you want to use the
Force.
protect group action to say that Ruby like saw them first and you're going to like distract them, I think you can do that, but it means that Ruby alone is going to be dealing with these spirit wardens instead of the three of them.
I mean, Ruby hasn't really done anything, so...
I mean, she was still there, and she's caught bolting out, and, she's not who she says she is, so I imagine that they can come up with a bunch of suspicious things if they really dig into it.
Guess
Sure.
so.
I just see, like, the other guys, like, coming, like, maybe I was out a bit earlier, because I was, somewhere else in the building, and I just, like, I walk around the corner, I see these guys, and I quickly gesture to these guys to disappear in, like, a side street, and, maybe they do, but the guys, the spirit wardens saw me frantically gesturing, and that, maybe ticked them off.
Okay. So, like, instead of them turning around a corner and seeing spirit wardens, like, they come up on this corner and Ruby is there and she's got her eyes on the spirit wardens down the alleyway, and she's like, go that way quick.
Yeah.
And the spirit wardens like see her and are like, hey, little girl. So you can resist for them. You need to roll to resist here.
Yeah, I imagine this is an inside resist, isn't it?
That's what I was going to suggest.
Oh god, it's getting worse and worse.
Oh, man.
I have
mean-
0 dice in insight. Ruby is not insightful.
We will remember you.
Wow.
Yeah. But maybe I get very lucky. So I'm just gonna be like. Actually, could I say it's resolve if I talk my way out of it?
Sure.
Be like, quick, look over there, like that way. There's this hole, and then she points to a different direction.
All right.
Just puts on her biggest eyes. And takes 2 stress. Trauma, guys.
Yay.
So
Oh,
they
man.
listen and they follow, and now Elzingdo and Ruby are both like on their way back. And just, I think actually at this point you guys managed to get away, but Ruby and Elzingdo are both going to have a trauma when they get back.
Yeah.
Ruby's
gonna get soft.
Oh.
Kildare, how do you recover this hull before the spirit wardens do?
I would imagine you probably go out with Rorik sometime, like probably like immediately when we get back. Like, hey, we've got your body.
Well, I mean, the hull is still rampaging around Brightstone, and if you don't do something about it, the spirit wardens are going to collect it before you can. You don't have time to make it all the way back to Silkshore and back across before it's going to be captured.
Okay.
And 2 of your party are already on their way home. It's just the 2 of you left because they've both traumatized out.
It's a team building thing that they work together again.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Bipartisan effort. Yeah.
Well, okay, so I will try and command any other nearby spirits to like to sort of use them as extra eyes so that they can like warn the hull which way to go to avoid the spirit wardens, and possibly to distract them as well.
Okay, so you're gonna stop in the middle of an alley to perform like a little like summoning for these spirits. This is desperate, especially with spirit wardens very nearby. They went the other way, but if they sense this, they're gonna be on you again in a heartbeat.
Okay.
But if you manage to direct these spirits, it's gonna be very effective because wrestling spirits is something specifically that spirit wardens do.
Okay. Let's do this thing. Bam, and then let's see. Is there a good devil's bargain here? So that was desperate great.
Desperate great, yeah.
Okay.
Devil's bargain could be that some of the spirits notice that there's a hull on the loose and want to get in on that action.
I mean, the hull is already, like occupied. You're gonna have to pull out the spirit that's already in there.
Okay. Well, let's. I think that this is an appropriate opportunity to put yet another mark on the doom clock.
Yeah, totally.
Doom clock.
No!
Doom clock it is.
How many marks do we have now?
5, I think.
Let's see. How many marks do you have now? 1, 2, 3, 4. You had 5. This will be your 6th.
Oh man. Yeah, we're gonna have to
That's
stop
not
doing this. But here we go.
We
Your
filled up
doom
half
clock
the
is
doom
Aha!
clock in one
Oh,
session.
got him!
You had
Nice.
5 of those ticks today. But you do it. All right. So how does this look? How does Farouk comes to a stop in an alley and is like, "Hold up." And like how
Looks
does
awesome.
it look? Well, Farouk like summons these spirits and commands them to go in different directions too. How does that look? Tell us about it. Paint us a picture.
So yeah, I think he stops and just looks around for a bit, but his eyes kind of cloud over as he does, and then as he sees, just what spirits are around, he says, "Come, come, my friends." And then as they come closer, he just like reaches out to them, and his skin like flushes then pales, like he gave them just like a tiniest taste of essence of his own essence. And with that, rather than like verbally telling them what he wants to do, having that part of the essence he gave away, like provides that instruction of go look at clear the path for that hull, distract those wardens. You will be rewarded in the end.
Yeah, so they do as you ask and lead the spirit wardens on a merry chase, and you're able to get the hull a clear, well, a mostly clear path. I mean, you're up in Brightstone right now, and your base is down here in Silkshore. How do the two of you get the hull to where it needs to go?
Very clear directions.
Nobody
So-
can do a flashback, right?
I mean, Elzindo and Ruby cannot, but
I think that once we get out of the immediate vicinity, we just like uh, find like any sort of like dark corner or well, okay. So I guess it depends on whether we in this initial evading them initially, it's enough that we can get to one of the canals.
mm-hmm.
If so, then we
yeah,
just kind
I
of
mean, I think it's good enough you could get to a canal here.
okay. So we just kind of hide it, cover it with a tarp, uh, and I'll turn to William and say, "Well, I think I should be the one to stay with the hull, keep it quiet. Uh, go get the boat."
Yes, indeed. But perhaps I should get our good friend the king.
I
If he
mean,
wants to.
shouldn't we have prepared the boat as a flashback already?
Yeah, you can totally prepare the boat as a flashback and have it waiting nearby in a canal.
I mean, William Kildare has one stress left, right?
Okay.
I have two stress left.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yep,
so one that
so-
you can take.
So yeah, William Kildare, take a stress and tell me how you had the boat nearby already prepared.
I got a strange feeling from like our chat at the Hive that they might not be as collaborative as we thought. Like they didn't. It seemed like they were helping us a bit more than we would be helping them. So maybe they would go do something else. So
Clearly, they don't have their own agenda.
Obviously.
of course not. Yeah, so I had some alternate exit plans in mind. Yeah, that's where we left a boat here in case our normal plans of exiting wouldn't work out.
Okay. Beautiful. So roll like a I feel like it's I want to say stealth, but that's wrong. I feel like it would be a prowl to have effectively hidden the boat so that it doesn't like get stolen while you were on your little mission here.
Maybe we could have asked the our crew members to do it, like that. One of them stayed with the boat.
Yeah.
In that case, you could roll a command to have them be like, be here and be ready.
Well, they're loyal, right? Could we roll quality instead?
Yeah, you could roll their quality in this situation, I think. Sure.
Yeah, that would be better for me. So it's 2 dice, right? Five.
All right, so you've done it, but there is a consequence.
I think
I
this
don't
boat
think it's
is
really
big
a
enough for the
consequence
two
here.
of us.
I think it's just, I think what happens is that you guys are going to take one more heat because your gang is there, it's ready, but they're standing around awkwardly the entire time and like draw attention to themselves.
Yeah.
So you managed to get the hull to this boat, push off the boat, but there was a certain amount of time that they were just standing around awkwardly waiting around with a boat, and people came up and were like, "Hey, what's up?" And they're like, "Have you heard about Diania?" And so there's definitely an extra heat that comes onto you from this because your gang has been talking about Diania.
I mean,
someone
did
is
their
so
job.
going to prison after this.
I mean, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
How much heat did we have to begin with? Let me check the character sheet.
4, I think.
Yeah, so we can only afford to take 5.
We're taking
We're
in 5.
taking a lot more than 5.
I have a feeling we're way going over that.
Okay. I think that is going to be the end of this score. And so let's find out how much heat you guys wound up taking here. So first of all, I don't think your payoff is going to be in money. Your payoff here is this hull, which you've got. But you do get 3 rep for having taken on
Tweet.
Yeah.
Level up.
Yeah,
that is
can
going
we
to be
use
enough.
that to level up?
Yeah. You need also money to level up.
Yes, a certain
You
amount of
have
coin. Level
money.
times 2 or something? Or level times... yeah, level times
I
2.
believe it's new level times 4, which would be 8.
Okay.
Am I right? Are you, let's see.
And we're going to be tier 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it would be 8. If that's the formula.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I could pitch in 2 coin.
Yeah, I've got 2 coins as well.
How many do we need?
8.
8
So everybody
total?
should pitch in 2.
Okay.
Does everyone have 2 coin to pitch in?
If somebody doesn't have 2 coin, we can take 1 out of the crew as well. We have still 1 in the crew.
The crew has 1 in the crew, yes.
So, how are you doing on the money, Ferg?
I think I have
And
2 coin.
Elzingdu.
Let me see.
Where is that hiding? That's
I
on the
don't have
front
any
page,
money
huh?
on Elsing though, so
Sure.
guess that's nothing's getting there for me.
Yep, I
Ferg,
will
do you
cough
have
up
2
2 coin.
Okay, we take 1 coin from the crew sheet. I could pay 1 more coin.
Okay.
My stash is empty, all the money I saved up.
No.
Dianea's taking it all, but you know, I love Dianea. So.
We're going to get a bigger church.
Okay.
And
Gonna
then
need a bigger church.
hold
yes.
goes down as well by 1, right?
Yes. Hold goes down by 1.
Tier goes
Your
up by 1.
tier goes up by 1.
Sweet.
And you are now tier 2 gang. So congratulations, everybody.
Woo!
With a firm hold.
With
That's
a firm
still not
hold.
bad.
That is seriously not bad.
We have some devoted followers.
Yeah, lots.
And
One of which is going to prison.
maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to go to prison immediately.
We ain't going to jail.
But somebody will. Let's see here. So I think this was very loud and chaotic high exposure. I mean, there was a rampaging golem. I mean, I wouldn't say that it got all the way to wild, devastating exposure because you were like, okay, golem rampage done. We're putting that away and going on a boat. So it didn't like go all over the city, but there was definitely 2 or 3 blocks of Brightstone where there was loud, chaotic high exposure.
Mm-hmm.
Plus 1 heat from a Devil's Bargain, plus 2 more because killing was involved. So that is going to be 7 heat.
Okay, so we're 2 heat over maximum, so we take a 1 to the level and 2 heat then.
It seems
Okay.
seems like we're actually at 2 each rather than 4. I miscalculated. Or
Yeah,
misremembered.
last downtime
we
we got
should-
rid of some.
We should
Did
be
we?
just at max.
Okay.
So if you're
Would-
just at max, that means you're going to have 0 heat but 1 wanted level.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is actually not that bad a place to be overall.
No, that's kind of nice for the
Yeah.
for the role, the complication role. I mean, I guess the complication is just that, you know, somebody has to go to prison at some point.
I mean, eventually.
I mean, could send Elzindo on his journey to take care of his trauma.
What, in prison?
Okay.
That seems like a safe idea.
Yeah, that's a great place to recover from your trauma.
Very safe environment for rehabilitation.
So I think this is a really good place to end it here. I rolled for the entanglement, which I will deal with off screen. We'll all get more information on off screen, and then we can start with downtime next time. Elzingdo, did you decide what your trauma was, by the way?
I'm thinking about either being reckless or obsessed. I think unstable is really fun, but I already have a character with that, so don't want them to and the same characters.
Obsessed with
I
women
mean,
might
they
be his
kind
thing.
of are or not, depending on how
I
you
mean,
look at
yeah,
it.
obsessed with women is definitely, you could play that
That
up
is
a little
him.
bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
And then just get stuff for it, right?
Yeah.
Then
Or
just
Free XP.
pile on the XP.
or I would just play it viciously that he's now like the more dark, that he
The Dark Knight.
that he is not the nice person anymore. But I think obsessed with women is just too good. It would even be fun if he went to prison and then came back, and the prison he only had men, and outside he would be like,
Yeah.
fine.
We'll see about going to prison later. Right now we're gonna cut to XP and then call it a day. Let's start with you, Elzingdo. You're a lurk. Did you address a challenge with stealth or evasion?
No,
Yes.
not at all. Not at all.
Definitely.
All of them.
I don't know if you did it more than once, but you definitely did it. I mean,
I did. I think so. I did it. I did multiple
You
rolls at least.
did. You did.
Yeah. multiple ones.
So that's 2 there. Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
The Takarosa thing came up, right?
Your being Taikarosi did come up and try to get you into trouble there.
Yeah, and also the background that I had to resist a headache because I'm not used to such prizes because I'm from the street. Might.
All right, I'll take that. Definitely, that was part of your heritage there, or your background, I guess. And did you struggle with issues from your vice or trauma? You just got the trauma, so that does not count. You did ask, like, are there any beautiful women here? Even though there weren't, I think you struggled with it a little bit. You were, like, looking for them. So I'm going to give you 1 there.
Okay, that means 5.
5 XP.
Okay, to our
next,
playbook.
wherever you want to put it.
Okay.
Next is our slide. Ruby, did you address a challenge with deception or influence? Definitely.
I think I tried to deceive a bunch of times.
I think you did it more than once. Whether it was successful or not is not as important as trying. Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
I mean, I did a little bit of the little girl thing.
I think you also you brought up Diania when you really probably shouldn't have. So I'm gonna give you 1 there. And then, did you struggle with issues from your vice or trauma?
No.
What is a little girl's vice? You want a normal life. That's your vice, right?
Yeah, that's the fact that I want a normal life.
So yeah, I think I don't think that really came up.
No, I wasn't very present this session.
So I'm gonna give you 3 there. Boop. Spider. William Kildare. What does the dandelion do? Did you address a challenge with preparation and calculation? Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
let's say so. I would even say multiple times.
Yeah, multiple times.
Yeah.
Definitely. Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background? Yeah. I mean, definitely going to your cousin for the party invitation, I would say so.
Yeah.
Multiple times? I don't know about that.
I mean, it was kind of a big deal, like the whole thing, and how much of an effect that's going to have in the future.
Yeah, I suspect there'll be consequences.
Yeah. He basically killed this replacement. Or big.
I mean, you were pretty fucked up to your cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's worth XP.
Hmm.
And did you struggle with issues from your vice or traumas?
Haunted. Super haunted.
You were very haunted, and you were struggling with that. I don't know if your vice came up, though, so I think that it's going to be 5 for you as well.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. That's just enough to level up.
And Farouk,
Yeah.
did you address challenges with knowledge or arcane power? Yes, multiple times.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
Drives with the books. Like I was all about those.
Yep. And did you struggle with issues from your vice or trauma?
Well, I did have this thing kill a guy. That's a little bit cold.
That was pretty cold. Okay, 4 XP.
Okay.
Cult, the Shroud of Diania. Did you advance the agenda of your deity or embody its precepts in action?
Yeah,
Yes,
she told
you
us
did,
to do this.
because she specifically told you to come steal this hall, and you did it. So, yes. Did you
Freaky and
contend with
terrifying.
challenges above your current station?
Yes.
Absolutely. Did you bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one? Yeah, you guys are strange, freaky, and terrifying. That I don't think you got a new reputation here, but you definitely bolstered your reputation of being those things.
All three.
I wouldn't. I don't think they were any separate like thing. There's only 1 XP there, is what I'm saying. But it was definitely all three. But it was like all three at the same time. And did you express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of this crew?
Well, there's definitely a bunch of tension between Farouk and William. Like,
Yeah.
it didn't get as nasty as last time, but it
Yeah,
was definitely
it's
there
kinda
and
there.
expressed.
Yeah, and we also
so-
played very heavily to the goals of the cult.
I think so too. So you're gonna get a total of 5 XP for the cult, which brings you to an advance and 2 over.
2 over. I had 1 over.
Welp, I just marked it out. So
So it's true now.
Okay.
uh,
It's 2 over now.
I suggest that we go for a more secure lair, because we didn't want the same thing that happened with the canal dockers again, where they blow up part of our building or something like that, like or make a hole in our pillars. So
Yeah.
I feel like we need security, and I think we should welcome Zinged back with a nice new lab. So maybe we should mark workshop as well.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
cool with that.
guys.
okay, I'm good with
That
that.
is just so sweet.
Good.
You okay as well? With
So we do actually
I
need
kind
like
of like the idea, like mechanically, like you guys come back and actually Zinged had been working on his workshop the whole time, and that's like where he had been, was like locked away somewhere, and he just like flings open the door and there's this fully stocked workshop now.
Cool.
Actually we do need like both of the upgrades to get secure, right? That's not works.
It's not linked like with mastery.
No, it's not linked. There's 2 different levels of secure.
Okay.
There's secure and then there's very secure.
Okay.
Yeah. The place is only slightly warded.
Then I'm all for this current arrangement.
Cool. I have written it down.
Yeah, a secure layer. Your layer has locks, alarms, and traps to thwart intruders. A second upgrade improves the defenses to include arcane measures.
Wonderful.
We should do that next time and maybe do a vault or part of our base as hidden or something like that.
Yeah.
Although it would sort of make sense for it to have arcane measures, but we haven't gotten around to actually putting on locks and and alarms and all that.
Actually, that makes sense to me as well, given your crew type and where your location is. Yeah. I'd be willing to say that.
Sure.
All right,
That'd be cool. That'd be, I guess, probably stupid, since most people here will probably barge in the door. But maybe, maybe if we actually get into trouble with the Circle of Flame, then it might not be that bad.
Yeah. That is true. Yeah, then I don't think there's anything else we can do right now.
Yeah, the flavor tastes good. Doesn't matter if it's bad for us.
Yeah.
But did we actually do it?
Yeah, we have the hull.
Wow.
Yeah, we did it, everyone.
I mean, yeah.
GG.
2 people took a trauma for it.
Yeah. Yeah, you two may be
The one
ruined,
level,
but
we have the hull.
Yeah, we did the thing. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, we nobody died. I mean, nobody
well, somebody died.
Somebody did die. None of us died.
Yeah.
Nobody
Nobody important.
significant.
Isn't me? Are we taking longer over like scores. Like we used to do scores where it was just 2 scores a session, but lately, like we've been taking a whole session over a score because we've just been looking at random books in a library or fighting amongst each other.
These things happen. These things happen.
Yeah.
I mean, it all depends on where everything goes and how deep we want to get into role playing. So I'm all right with that going that way.
Yeah, I mean,
as long as you guys are.
Yeah, I don't think the pacing is off. I think it's slower but more entertaining. So.
Yeah, that's how I like it.
Yeah.
How I like it. Yeah, just like you like your women. Okay, so beautiful. I think that's really the end of for today because I need to get some food before I go and stream again.
Oh my.
All right.
I know.
Well,
segue.
Yes. While we're on that subject, what are you gonna stream? And I know you have a bunch of other things coming up as well. Cause
always.
Yeah.
I am going to be changing into an outfit. And going to be on Henley's channel in about an hour for a Halloween stream. We're doing a spooky role play in costume. Very excited by that. So
awesome.
if you like my face, you can watch that twitch.tv/Henley. Of course, I will be hosting on my own channel, twitch.tv/KelsDelphi. There will be a tweet going about it soon. So if you follow me on Twitter, you can also find it there. So, also I stream various role-playing games 5 or 6 nights a week. Sometimes during the day, like this time slot, which is the night for other people. Anyway, I do a lot of role-playing games. That's the one way you could put it. Today, Shroud of Diania, which is Blades in the Dark. Tomorrow, Die Party Fulcrum, which is Mutants and Masterminds. Friday is normally Mouse Guard. It's on hiatus this week as AP Gaming Reel is on vacation. Saturdays on Eric Vulgaris' channel, I play Blades in the Dark as a player in Never Sunny in Duskwall. And then most Sundays, I will play board games on Sunday is game night. On Tuesdays, which happened before today, today being Wednesday for those of you watching on YouTube who have no idea when our actual schedule is, I play in a playtest of Dark Lavender Void's Household Renovations of Great and Terrible Power, which is a Sharpened by Blades experience, a hack of Blades in the Dark, where instead of being a crew of scoundrels trying to make your way in a cutthroat world, you are a crew of house renovators trying to make your way in a cutthroat world of house renovation.
Sounds
It's
really fun.
strange, it's silly, it's terrifying. It gets really weird. We may have made a sex tape and put someone into the foundation of a house after murdering them.
Nice.
You seem like nice people.
So, yeah, see how that works. All right, that's all of my things. I have so many things. There you go.
Well, awesome. So, does anybody else have any shout-outs? Okay.
Shout out at this time of the night.
Yeah, it wouldn't be fair to your roommates. So, I have coming up on Friday 2 things at 10 a.m. Pacific. We'll be doing masks, which is starting off to be really cool. I'm really looking forward to it and enjoying it. And both thank you, Kelsa, for running today, and thank you, Hassa, for running masks. Then in the evening on Eric Vulgaris' channel, I too will be delving into the strange world of household renovation on Once Upon a Game. And then on Saturday, there should be more Taking Arcanus. I will have to confirm that because of reasons. And then on Sunday, there will be mostly laughter, some slaughter, uh, uh, playing Urban Shadows, set in the 70s. I'll be playing my what's it? Uh, my Fey drug dealer, Dr. Feelgood. And I think that is all. I'm going to look for somebody super cool to host. And that will be well.
Let's see. Elf is on. I'm gonna host her.
Yeah, let's do that. Eric is also on, but I think he's probably like just finishing up. Whereas Elf, I think there's a good chance that she'll be on for a while.
We all love Elf, so.
For sure. All right. So thanks again, everybody. If you are watching this now or on VOD and enjoyed it and haven't hit follow, please do so that you'll know when I do go live. And take it easy, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye.